Have you ever felt a subtle, unsettling current beneath the surface of a seemingly perfect relationship? A nagging sense that something unaddressed might be sabotaging your deepest desires for connection? Today, we're not just scratching the surface of relationship advice. We're diving into the profound, often challenging wisdom of Carl Jung to uncover 8 hidden pitfalls men should strive to avoid in their relationships with women, even when love is the guiding force. These aren't your typical dating tips or communication hacks. We're going far deeper, exploring the subtle, often unconscious dynamics that can silently make or break a bond. Get ready to challenge your perspectives, unlock a richer understanding of yourself, and transform the delicate dance between masculine and feminine energies into a truly harmonious symphony. The first and arguably most crucial hidden thing a man should never do, according to Jungian thought, is to project his anima onto a woman without recognizing it as his own inner feminine archetype. Imagine this. The anima represents the feminine soul within every man, his deep emotions, his powerful intuition, his capacity for receptivity and connection. When a man falls in love, he often, unconsciously, sees the woman as the living embodiment of this inner feminine ideal. He might idealize her, attributing to her all the qualities he yearns for, all the emotional depth he wishes he possessed. But here's the catch. When he fails to acknowledge that these qualities actually reside within himself as his own anima, he sets her up for an impossible standard. She becomes a mere screen for his unmet needs, his unintegrated emotions, and his romantic fantasies. This isn't seeing her for who she truly is. It's seeing her as a mirror for his own internal landscape. The inevitable result is disappointment, disillusionment, and a profound breakdown of genuine connection when reality inevitably fails to match the projection. True love, in its purest form, demands seeing a woman for who she truly is, separate from the magnificent but ultimately limiting projections of our own inner world. It's about recognizing the feminine within yourself, so you can meet her without that crushing burden of expectation. Secondly, and equally vital, a man should never suppress or deny his own masculine energy in an attempt to please a woman or fit into a preconceived notion of what a good partner should be. Just as the anima resides within the male psyche, the animus represents the masculine side of the female psyche, her assertiveness, her logic, her drive, her capacity for objective thought. A healthy, dynamic relationship thrives on the vibrant interplay of both strong masculine and strong feminine energies. Think of it like a beautiful dance. Each partner needs to lead and follow in their own unique way. When a man diminishes his own healthy masculinity, perhaps by becoming overly passive, constantly seeking approval, or avoiding confrontation, he doesn't create peace. He creates an imbalance. This can lead to resentment from both sides, a feeling of inauthenticity for the man, and a yearning in the woman for a partner who embodies a stronger, more defined presence. Embracing your true, healthy masculine nature with its strength, direction, and integrity, while always respecting your partner's unique expression, is not just crucial for you, but for the vitality and passion of the relationship itself. The third hidden pitfall, a subtle but insidious saboteur of connection, is the failure to engage in conscious, brave dialogue and instead relying on assumptions or unspoken expectations. Jung heavily emphasized the importance of individuation, the lifelong process of becoming a whole, integrated, and self-aware individual. This journey absolutely requires transparent self-awareness and, critically, the ability to communicate openly and honestly with a partner. Picture this. You assume you know what your partner is thinking or feeling. You fill in the blanks with your own interpretations. You wait for her to magically understand your unspoken needs. This fertile ground for misunderstandings becomes a minefield of unaddressed grievances and escalating conflict. Without the courage to voice your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, and to truly listen to hers, you build walls, not bridges. Love, true love, demands vulnerability, the courage to express your deepest inner world while actively and empathetically listening to hers, without judgment, without interruption. Fourthly, a man should never, under any circumstances, attempt to fix or control a woman, believing he knows what's best for her growth, her happiness, or her well-being. This behavior springs from a fundamental lack of respect for her autonomy and her own unique individuation journey. Every single human being must walk their own path of self-discovery, make their own mistakes, and learn their own lessons, while offering unwavering support. Loving encouragement and a safe space is absolutely essential. Trying to mold a partner into your ideal image ultimately stifles her spirit, diminishes her agency, and fundamentally undermines the bedrock of trust and equality. It subtly communicates a lack of faith in her own internal compass. True love, the kind that endures and flourishes, respects the other's sovereignty, their right to choose their own path, even if it diverges from your own expectations. The fifth hidden thing to meticulously avoid is neglecting the spiritual and emotional dimensions of the relationship, focusing solely on the practical, material, or superficial aspects. Jungian psychology, unlike purely materialistic views, recognizes the deep, innate human need for meaning, for genuine connection, for a sense of the transcendent. When a relationship becomes purely transactional, focused only on shared bills, household chores, external achievements, or superficial pleasantries, it risks losing its very soul. It transforms from a vibrant, living entity into a hollow shell. Nurturing the emotional intimacy, truly seeing and validating each other's feelings, exploring shared values, and creating rituals that deepen your unique bond are not optional extras. They are the very lifeblood for long-lasting, fulfilling love. It's in these shared emotional and spiritual spaces that true partnership truly blossoms. Sixthly, a man should never ever use a woman as a substitute for his own unlived life or to avoid confronting his own inner shadows. The shadow, in Jungian terms, encompasses those unconscious aspects of ourselves that we tend to reject, deny, or disown: our perceived flaws, our hidden desires, our uncomfortable truths. It's far easier, though ultimately destructive, to project these shadow aspects onto a partner, blaming them for our own frustrations, our own lack of fulfillment, or our own shortcomings. If only she were different, I'd be happy. This creates a deeply toxic dynamic where genuine connection is impossible. True growth, and by extension, truly healthy relationships, demand taking radical responsibility for our own inner work, for confronting and integrating our shadows. Your partner is not there to complete you, but to journey alongside you as you complete yourself. So the seventh hidden danger, often overlooked in the rush of modern life, is the failure to genuinely acknowledge and appreciate the unique gifts and perspectives that a woman brings to the relationship. Jung understood and articulated the inherent, beautiful differences between the masculine and feminine principles, seeing them not as superior or inferior, but as complementary forces that create a richer whole. When a man dismisses or undervalues a woman's intuition, her profound emotional intelligence, her nurturing instincts, or simply her unique way of seeing the world, he doesn't just diminish her, he severely limits the richness, the depth, and the untapped potential of the relationship itself. Celebrating and genuinely learning from these differences, embracing them as sources of wisdom and growth, fosters a deeper understanding, profound mutual respect, and a far more expansive partnership. Finally, the eighth, and often overlooked, hidden thing a man should never do is to lose himself entirely in the relationship, sacrificing his own identity, his passions, his personal growth, and his connections outside of the partnership. While love undeniably involves commitment, shared experiences, and deep emotional merging, maintaining a strong sense of self is absolutely crucial for both individuals and, paradoxically, for the sustained health and vitality of the relationship. Becoming overly dependent, or worse, completely enmeshed to the point of losing your individual spark, can lead to quiet resentment, a feeling of being stifled, and ultimately, a loss of personal fulfillment. Healthy love supports individual growth and recognizes the profound importance of maintaining a balanced life that includes personal passions, friendships, and solitary pursuits. You are two whole individuals choosing to be together, not two halves trying to make one. These 8 hidden pitfalls, illuminated through the powerful, transformative lens of Carl Jung's profound insights, offer more than just advice. They provide a profound roadmap for navigating the complexities of love with unparalleled awareness and deeper understanding. By recognizing our projections, courageously embracing our authentic selves, and profoundly respecting the unique individuation journey of our partners, we can cultivate deeper, more vibrant, and truly fulfilling connections. These are the kind of relationships that don't just survive but genuinely thrive, honoring the richness and beautiful depth of both the masculine and feminine spirit within us all. The journey of love is, in its essence, a profound journey of self-discovery. By understanding and actively avoiding these hidden dynamics, we can all strive to create relationships that don't just fulfill us, but truly nourish the soul, transforming mere companionship into a sacred partnership. What hidden dynamics have you observed in your own relationships? And how might these Jungian insights offer a new perspective